Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to show you guys this look because I am so obsessed with it. I'm a little bit under the weather. I have a raspy voice, my throat is a little bit irritated, and I have a lot of congestion going on. But mind that, I really wanted to sit down and record this video for you guys because I am just so obsessed with this look, and especially with the holidays coming around. I know we just passed Halloween, but we have Thanksgiving and Christmas to keep in mind, and within those holidays we have different kinds of occasions like weddings, quinceañeras, sweet 16s, etc. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys this go-to look of mine, and it's just so simple yet so classy as well. I think the eyeliner is what makes it classy and bold. And so yeah, you guys can either trade off this lipstick with a natural lip, which is what I have on right now, or you could put on a red lip, which will make it even classier. But yeah, I am just so obsessed with this look. It is more in the neutral tones, gold tones as well, so it's nothing too out of the comfort zone. Maybe just the eyeliner a little bit, but that is just based on your personal preference. I just really like this look. I wear it all the time to any occasion that I go to. So yeah, you guys, if you want to see how to achieve this look, well then keep on watching. So I went ahead and did my brows off of camera just to save a little more time, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with the face, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal 24-Hour Pro Glow Foundation. My gosh, that was like a tongue twister for me. What? Literally, I mispronounce like a word like in every single video of mine. Never fails. I'm not gonna lie, like it doesn't. I always tend to do that. So I'm just gonna be adding that all around my face. Oh, it's so cold. Someone rang my doorbell. That ended up being the UPS guy because he came in with some packages. Yeah, this did not blend out well. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add some right here, because I don't know if you guys can see the redness and the irritation around my nose, which I probably shouldn't be putting there because it's just gonna get more irritated. Oh my gosh, you see, I didn't even blend it up here. Like, what the heck? I think we are good, pretty good for the face. You want to make sure everything is blended. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer now, and I'm just gonna put very little. And this concealer really does go a long way, and I'm pretty sure I've said that in my previous videos. So don't put a lot, and if you feel like you did put a lot, you can always grab a tissue and rub your beauty blender on it, and it'll take out some of the product. And then you can go ahead and continue like blending it out. There we go. Because when you're doing concealer, you don't want to do all the way. You want to just make sure that it kind of stays within, like it doesn't go past your eyebrow, the end of your eyebrow, if that makes sense, because then it's just gonna look very elongated. I don't even know if that's a word, and I'm trying to make like the most sense for you guys. Okay, so my lips look a little bit crusty, not gonna lie, and I'm gonna take off that foundation that's on top, and I'm gonna kind of moisturize them with a lip balm just so they could stay very moistened. I feel like we look a lot better. And to moisten my lips, I'm going to be using this cocoa butter lip balm. I got it at the dollar store. I really like this lip balm because it does contain SPF, and it really does its job on giving moisture to the lips. So, and it smells really good. I really like how it smells. It smells like cocoa butter. It smells like cocoa butter. I literally could do this all day. Now we don't have crusty lips, guys. Make sure you're always putting lip balm on your lips. Take care of your lips. Where's the tapa? Oh, here's the tapa. So what tapa is, guys, some Spanish English dictionary here. Spanglish. Tapa is top in Spanish, so just in case you guys didn't get that. I'm gonna be setting my under eyes and like, or actually just setting my whole face with the, that's gross, with the Coty Airspun translucent powder, and she's a little beaten up, so don't judge. I do need to get a new one. I need to get a lot of new makeup actually. I have not been on my game with getting new makeup recently, and I really wanted to get the Conspiracy palette from Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, but there was a lot of people on Shopify. Shopify is the company that kind of runs the Jeffree Star Cosmetics webpage, or something to that extent. And well, basically that site broke down and a lot of people weren't able to purchase the palette. It was just taking forever, and so it basically kind of crashed the website because of how many people were on the website during that launch, and I was not able to get my hands on it. Whenever they relaunch it, I really do want to get my hands on that. And also the mini controversy palette, both of the palettes looked really dope, but I like how they did the packaging and everything, and the colors are definitely stunning. Like, each color is so unique, and I like how they laid them out, and I really also like the prints that they did on each shadow. Like one of them is a pig that from Shane Dawson, and I thought it was so cute. And there's just so many things that I've been missing out on, honestly. But yeah, I really need to step up my makeup game. So now I'm gonna go in with powder, kind of using that to wipe away that setting, the remaining setting powder. I know you can't see like what's left on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and lay this on. It's the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and it's in the shade 235 Pure Beige. I really like this powder because it does give a really nice finish to my skin. I love the shade that my mom was using, so I took hers. She's obviously using another one, so she gave that one to me. I did not actually take it, but yeah, it's just a really nice powder, and it's actually really affordable too. It's a drugstore powder, so yeah, you can find it at your local drugstore. Now I'm gonna bronze up my skin using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and like I've said in the past, I love this bronzer. I really like this one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Powder Palette one, and I used that in my latest video that I had uploaded recently, which was the different Halloween looks. And I think this shade is too light for me. This one is called light bronzer, but there's other shades that they have. I think this one just really gives more of a natural effect. This one, I think I could sorry, I think I could build it up if I wanted to, but I know if I got a darker shade, like it would just be like 1 or 2 swipes and it would give me that certain shade or color that I want. So we got most of the face done. I still need blush and highlight, and then we will get started. Well, actually I could add the blush and highlight later on. We can go ahead and get started with the eyes. Alrighty, you guys, so to get started with the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Morphe 35O palette. It's nothing new to my channel. I literally use it all the time, especially because I use it for my eyebrows. But yeah, this is gonna be the main palette for the eyeshadow. We're not gonna be switching to any other palettes. Mainly for the lid part, we are gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. But yeah, other than that, we are going to be using this palette mainly, and we're going to be focusing more on the neutral tones. So I'm going to be going in with maybe this shade and mix it a little bit with this shade as a transition shade. I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe M504 brush, which is a fluffy tapered brush. And yeah, I really like this to blend out my eyeshadows, and especially use it for the transition shade since it just really sets a blended out base rather than getting like a more dense brush, and it kind of just lays out the color without blending it out a little bit. So yeah, you really want to use a tapered brush to apply your transition shades. So like I said, I'm going to be mixing these two together, and yeah. Here we go. And I'm doing windshield wiper motions, and as well as the circlies. That's what I call them, because I don't know what other people call them, so I don't even know what to call them, but whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that to my other eye. So now that we have the transition shade laid on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this shade right here. And I'm gonna put it on the outer part of my eye just to give it a little more dimension. And so I'm just gonna be patting on the color onto the outer part, and I'm not gonna be blending it out yet. I'm just trying to maximize the pigment as much as I can. And to apply that, I used my Morphe M573 brush, and now I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M433 brush, and it is more of a dense brush, so it can focus on blending out the concentrated area. And I'm gonna go in with that same shade that I had and put that on my crease. And I'm using windshield wiper motions, and as well as those circlies. So now that both shades are laid out and blended together, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the lid shade, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter for that. But before that, I'm going to prime my eyes to kind of give it a base underneath so that the eyeshadow could cling on a little bit more and it could last longer and also give more pigmentation. And when I'm adding this concealer, I'm not adding a lot because this concealer does go a long way. And I'm going to be taking a flat brush like so, and I'm going to use that to blend out my concealer. While I'm blending it out, I'm kind of forming the shape of my lid. I'm not going above my crease or anything like that. I'm going right where it folds, just so I can already have that shape for when I put my lid shade. Invincible. So for my lid, I'm going to be using my Morphe M124 brush, and it's just a really flat brush that makes it easy to apply to the lid area. And so after grabbing some of the product, I'm going to spray it with some Mario Badescu facial spray, just so it could cling on more of the product from the highlighter, and we could maximize the pigmentation. As I'm getting to the folds of my crease, I'm making sure that I don't go on top of my crease, since that will ruin the effect and the dimension of the eye. So I'm making sure I stay within the inner part, the lower part, of my crease, and then just dragging my brush down. And I'm gonna do the same for the other eye. So now that the lid shade is on, I'm going to be going in with a darker shade, which is this one. And I'm going to be adding more dimension to my eye. But I'm not putting a lot. I'm just making sure that it gets a little bit of color. And I'm also going to add a little bit to my crease. Now going in with my Morphe 573 brush, I'm going to be dipping into this shade again, and I'm going to kind of be diffusing the darker shade and the lid shade, and kind of have a little slight color change that will be like a ombre effect. Now I'm going to go back in with this shade only to put on top of my transition, just to kind of warm it back up. So we want to make the transition shade a little more visible, as you see in this eye compared to this one, just so you can see the transitions of colors when they blend together and stuff. Here it kind of diffused by adding the darker shade on top, so we're just gonna bring back that transition shade to the eye. So now that the eyes are done, we are going to go ahead and start with liner, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal 24 Hour Infallible Liner. And I really like this liner because it's so pigmented and everything. We're gonna make the liner bold, and I really like using this liner when I like to do bold wings and stuff like that, since it just really pops out the color compared to the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, where it's obviously it's on the lower end. It still works really well for based on the price point that it is at, but you just have to continue building it up. And this one, it just really gives you that pigmentation in just one swipe. So we're gonna go ahead and do a thick bold liner. So this is the thickness of the liner that I did, and I really like it because I think it brings together the whole eyeshadow look in my opinion. But you can honestly do the thickness of the liner to your personal preference. And I did not do a wing yet because I am gonna use the liquid eyeliner, the e.l.f. one that I just finished telling you guys about. I think it's so much easier in my opinion just to do the wing with that one, since the brush is a lot thinner. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the other eye. So this is the other side of the eyeliner, and I just really like how it looks because it looks very soft and natural, and then with the eyeliner it just brings some sort of sophistication in my opinion, and I think it just looks so pretty. Now for the wing part of the liner, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. liquid liner in the shade Jet Black, and I'm just going to shape my wing. So I did the outline of the wing. I didn't fill it in because we are going to fill it in with the gel liner. And then after that, we are going to put a top coat of black eyeshadow just to set it all in place. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. No! Oh my god. This sucks. Why? Okay, so now both wings are outlined, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill in with the gel liner. So I'm gonna set underneath my eyes, well not set but bake, just because I'm gonna be using black eyeshadow and I don't want it to kind of get in the way of my foundation.
To the video where I do your makeup.
Oh. Okay.
You can pick what look you want me to do, and I have to.
So it could be like an artsy look.
Okay, come on.
Transform me into the Grinch.
You don't need that much makeup.
Huh?
What?
I just got that. What a meanie. So for the black eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. And I'm going to be using this shade called Temptress. And I'm going to be using my Morphe M432 brush. It's a flat square brush that will be perfect to just kind of press over black eyeshadow on my liner. And just for fun, I'm gonna kind of smoke it out a little bit. So I am gonna be swiping. As you can see, we did have a little bit of black fallout, so it was good that we put the setting powder. Now we're gonna do the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use that same black shade and put it underneath. So I kind of retouched my makeup because even though we did put setting powder underneath, the black still messed up the foundation. And so I'm just finishing touching up, and we did do the lower lash line by putting black on the bottom, and we still need to blend it out a little bit. And to do that, I'm taking my Morphe M518 brush, and I'm going in with this orange shade just to kind of match the transition shade that was on the top, and do it on the lower lash line as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some bronzer, I'm using the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit from the shades Light to Medium. And I'm getting this really warm shade right here. And I'm just putting that on my cheekbones. And I'm also going to put that on my forehead. And for blush, I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Amazonian 24-Hour Clay blush, and I'm going to use my Morphe M530 blush brush to apply it. I'm just adding a wash of color to the cheeks, into my nose, into my forehead. And for highlight, I'm going to be taking my MAC 168 angled brush, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlight. And I'm gonna lock it all in and kind of melt the products into my skin, like spraying some facial spray. It really rejuvenates and hydrates the skin as well. I'm just gonna press everything in to make sure everything looks more natural. And now for lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell Fox Mink lashes in the style 817. And I'm going to shape them to my eye first, and then I'll glue them on.
A few moments later. 3:28 a.m.
So when you're cutting the eyelash, you want to make sure you cut this little part off that has no lashes attached to it, just so you could give yourself a little more space, and it also clings on better when you cut it off. Since that is just an excess part, it's not going to be really sticking to anything, and you could still have your lashes for longer. And when you cut your eyelash, you always want to make sure you cut shorter amounts, because you don't want to cut too much and then end up needing some of the parts that you cut off. Now I'm going to glue them on using the Duo White Glue. And I really like this glue since it is a brush on. It just makes it so much easier rather than squeezing it out of the tube. You literally just brush it onto the lash band. You want to make sure that you wait till the glue is tacky. You don't want to put it on right after you laid on the glue, because it won't stick on right away. The tackier it gets, the more able it is to stick on. Okay, so now both lashes are on, and I'm gonna curl them. I always like to do it after I put on my eyelashes, just because in my opinion it's easier to curl them after than before. I know you're not supposed to curl them after, but I like to. It gives more of a wispy effect when you curl them after. So now I'm going to be going in with mascara, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Voluminous mascara, and I'm going to just kind of put a light coat on the top part of my lashes.
Here we go.
Do you hear someone whistling? I knew it. These are the finished eyes, and I really do like the look. The eyeliner is so bold and everything. And you could either make the look even bolder by adding a red lipstick, or you could just keep it subtle and just have the eyeliner bold. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be adding this new lipstick just to not make it too dramatic. And this is the Kylie Jenner Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Savage. Well, alrighty, you guys, this is the finished look, and I am so obsessed with how everything turned out. Alexa did curl my hair, and I love it. It's stunning. She used a wand to do it, and it is so pretty. I can never do this on myself, honestly. Like, I've tried to curl my hair with a wand, and it never turns out this way. But the way she did it, it just looks so stunning, and she didn't even use hairspray or anything. And my hair is the type to, like, fall after 5 minutes because my hair is super straight. And I don't know how she did it. So this look in general is just a simple yet classy kind of look. I love the eyeliner because it's so bold, and I think each piece of like the look kind of just complements each other. Like, I love how the lipstick just complements the eyes. And also, if you want to make this look more bold, you could go in with a red lipstick as well and substitute it. Honestly, it just looks so stunning with anything. It's just a universal look that could be used for any occasion, and that's why I love this look so much, and I had to totally share it with you guys. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And so yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.